Totally Baseless.
Hey, it's Totally Baseless. My name's John, and with us is a guy who wants to help build a border wall as long as it only stops Americans from going to Mexico. Dan, welcome to the podcast.
Don't need them fucking up our tacos.
Yeah. And a guy who can't wait to vote for the next presidential election as long as the candidate's combined age is less than 200 years. Dave, welcome to the show.
Hey, I got my AARP card just in case.
All right. Yeah. Soon that's going to be a requirement to run for president.
Silver Fox.
Yeah. All right. So our trivia question for this week has to do with your favorite thing in the world, TV, and the watching thereof. So last year, what was the most watched, had the most viewers for a TV show in the US after Sunday Night Football?
Last year. So
Sunday Night Football was by far the way highest, the number of viewers. And this cuts across streaming and broadcast TV. You have to be careful how you ask this question because you can say the top broadcast TV show, the top streaming show, the top, whatever. But this has the most viewers in 2023.
I was going to say, wasn't it that Suits on Netflix?
That Suits?
Yeah.
That Suits show on Netflix?
That's actually the most streamed TV show, but not with the most viewers.
Oh.
The Monday Night Football.
No?
Oh, I thought for sure it would be another football show.
Tuesday Night Football.
This show's got a lot of
Thursday
hype,
night.
and it does have its own spin-off shows as well. Several.
It has to be.
CIS.
I was going to say it has to be one of those CIS or CSIs, SUVs.
That's up there, but
one of them alphabet detective shows.
NCIS Guadalajara.
Yeah, I bet that it's in production right now. But no, it's actually Yellowstone.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they had that spin-off 1883, 1923.
Those are pretty good, actually.
Yeah, have you seen it? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I saw most of Yellowstone.
Well, which explains your guess of After MASH then.
Okay, well, I didn't think it was the most watched. But I get why most people watch it. To watch that show, you think like, a cowboy just murders people every day, but that's just them fighting for their land.
Well, isn't that every Western show though? Really? Wasn't that Bonanza?
Then Walker, Texas Ranger solves the murder every week.
Yes, but every Western set in the Old West, not set in 2023. Yeah, you know what? I'm having a land dispute with this guy. I'm just going to murder him, throw him off a cliff where he'll never be found.
Yeah.
No, sir. There's other ways of settling disputes now.
We're going to sue you. Oh, yeah? Bam, 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 bam.
Well, now that McLeod is not around to take care of these things. All right. And, Suits is the most streamed TV show, but it's not an original show. Original content that the most streams minutes.
The Bear.
The Bears.
That's a good guess. That got a lot of hype, didn't it? Yeah, but not the number one
streaming. So original made for streaming.
Released in 2023.
Yeah, released
for streaming
in streaming platform,
not broadcast.
Yeah. Only murders in the building.
Oh.
Yeah. I think you think too highly of Steve Martin and Martin Short.
How dare you, sir?
They're a national treasure. They're two-thirds of the Three Amigos.
Yeah, I'm sure you won't guess it, so I'm going to give it to you. Ted Lasso.
Oh, I love Ted Lasso.
That's a great show.
Of course, but you loved it so much, you didn't guess it.
I completely forgot about it. Yeah, I loved it so much that I completely forgot about it.
I love that
Apple
show.
Plus. That's the problem. It was on Apple Plus.
Apple, or in French, it's known as Apple Plus.
Apple Plus.
That's right, Plus. All right, let's get into our stories. Since I know you're dying to dig in to this first article, where a guy had 150 live bugs pulled from this man's nose. In what state?
Florida.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they said it could have killed him having this many bugs in there.
But he was from Florida and so whacked out on drugs that he couldn't.
It actually helped his intellect.
He was immune
Luckily, the meth and bath salts killed the bug.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When my daughter was like 3, she stuck beads up her nose.
It
How do
runs
you
in the
not?
family.
Yeah, how do you not know that you got 150 larvae
Yeah.
up your nose? My
Well,
breath stinks.
I
My
guess he had
breath,
some signs. He had
my
nosebleeds
breath,
and pain,
yeah,
and he went to
exactly.
the ENT to figure out what's going
But how
on.
long did he have these
How long did it
nosebleeds
take
and
him?
pain
Yeah.
before he decided to go, you know what? I think I got to go see somebody about this.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
At the very end, he plans to be more cautious when cleaning dead fish.
He's not going to
Whoa,
be
yeah.
snorting. He's not going to be snorting cocaine off a dead fish anymore.
Yeah.
He thought maybe that was my problem.
Yeah, shoving entrails of fish up my nose is not.
Isn't that the best way to stay healthy?
Like you almost feel bad for this guy, but then you keep reading, you're like, no, not so much. No, not so much.
Of course, the minute you find out it's the dude from Florida, you're like,
Yeah.
there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
Well, I was expecting halfway through the article to read that he only thought there was 10 or 11.
Right.
Well, look at this magic trick. Butterflies coming out of my nose.
That's not magic.
I was expecting it to at some point be like some kind of endangered species smuggling thing gone wrong.
He was
A hard way to make your money.
He's doing monarch butterflies or something.
Hey, no jumping ahead to the next articles.
But it's kind of like the first Jackass where they're sticking the toy cars up their butt.
the cars, the little Hot
Yeah,
Wheels.
the doctor.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross. Yeah.
Perhaps
go to the
you
doctor.
put it there.
You just
What?
say Jackass and I start to laugh. That's some
It's one of those things
brave
where
dudes.
Occam's razor, the simplest explanation is usually the best.
Yeah.
Maybe this guy was doing something he shouldn't have been doing.
Well, yeah, he was doing some bad coke, man, some rotten coke.
Yeah, because nobody accidentally gets 150 larvae stuck in their nose.
Yeah,
I beg to differ, sir.
I'm doing
Maybe 110.
Yeah,
Listen.
I believe 110, 99 live bugs.
These were not so white lines that he was doing.
Yeah.
This was apparently an accident, but some people have kind of gross things on purpose, which brings me to Starbucks in China, which is releasing a pork-infused coffee. It includes dung po pork sauce, espresso steamed milk, and a drizzle of extra pork sauce garnished with a piece of pork. That's right, pork 3 times. 3 times pork espresso.
No, I was going to say that maybe the guy from Florida took a whiff of this latte, and that's what ended up getting all the
Uncooked
stuff stuck
pork.
Yeah.
in his nose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, does it say how the pork was prepared? Because if this is from one of those wet markets, you don't know what's going on.
I was about to say, here comes a COVID-20 outbreak.
COVID-24, yeah.
New and improved.
The
It'll
coffee
keep you
edition.
awake all night too.
It's porkier.
Yeah.
I'm a little torn here, though. While bacon is good with anything, I don't think I want a piece of pork floating in my latte.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, I like the bacon part. I can use the bacon as a stir stick. That sounds good. But having a piece of pork floating in your coffee, that's kind of
when you have like pork juice drizzled in your coffee, you're like, you've gone too far with the bacon.
Yeah, it's like, should you be doing this? Is this
right?
violate some sort of health code? Is this on the up and up?
It's like a college dare. Hey, why don't you get super high and see if you'll eat bacon grease and a coffee? See what happens.
And then we'll put a piece of pork, and then
Yeah, it's known as the Lucky Savory Latte, and it's going for $9.45, a limited time offer, only available at the Starbucks Reserve stores in China.
What's the reserve? What does reserve store? Is that like the high end stores?
They're like the really fancy. Some of them are like 5 or 6 floors. I went to one in Chicago. You can drink coffee from the rooftop.
They pour the coffee down from the rooftop?
You can
You're
It's the
visit
long
the,
pour. It's
you
the
know, the
long
thing,
pour.
the thing about the US reserve stores, it's their BYOP.
Bring your own pork.
Yep. They don't give it
Now,
to you.
do the regular Starbucks serve like bologna and coffee? Like, what's their like?
Spam.
What was the name of this?
It's-
Dung? Is anything with the name Dung? Do you really want to drink it?
It's
you have
dong,
before, haven't
sir,
you?
dong.
Oh, Dong. That's much better. I don't want my coffee dipped in Dong. See one guy in a trench coat. I got that one.
Oh, there's been a terrible misunderstanding.
Something got lost in translation. And why do they call it lucky? I don't know. I don't know how lucky you are.
These are special drinks for the Lunar New Year. And the other drinks are available for this special time, this holiday, is almond macchiato, which sounds much more reasonable. Red
Yes.
date rice macchiato.
That still seems
Yeah, right. Not too way out there. Black sesame latte and pork. It's like a whole different thing there.
Once again,
It's if you're able to drink it and survive, you're gonna have prosperity for the rest of the year.
exactly. Yeah.
That's what it's
If
for.
you don't
Exactly,
die, then
right.
see, you're lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently eating meat is considered good luck, I guess, from the years of starvation and poverty, that if you can eat some meat, that's a good sign for the rest
Yeah.
of the year.
It's very
And if you
auspicious.
can drink it, it's even luckier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not crap your pants immediately.
There's the luck, right?
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people have good luck for the year, and some people start off with really, really bad luck. The New York Magazine's financial advice columnist lost $50,000 to a scammer. And this is the part where I think they would lose me, claiming to be a CIA agent. That's where I might ask a few questions. But yeah, apparently they said she had to provide this money because she had reported some identity theft, and she needs to give this money for the new Social Security card. She put $50,000 in a shoebox, taped it as instructed, and carried it to the sidewalk in front of her apartment. So this all sounds like maybe she's a good financial advisor, but she's also one of the most gullible people I've ever heard of in a while.
I was gonna say I don't think she is a good financial advisor.
Yeah.
So, what's the best way to invest $50,000? Well, put it in a shoebox.
Shoebox and give it to a CIA agent.
Of
Of course.
right, because that's gonna happen.
What's more secure than the CIA? What could possibly go
And
wrong?
then she says, "I never thought I was the kind of person to fall for a scam.
Really?
By the way, $1,000 I owe you for being interviewed."
Wow. I mean, she is just. This says more about her than how clever the scammer was. Because reading that, like, nowhere would I ever fall for that. As I was reading that, I'm like,
What?
a CIA agent?
There's so many
calling
parts
you?
to this.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
It's
how
like-
high was she? What kind of drug problems does she have that she couldn't catch on to this?
How high were the scammers, though, dude? They're like, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
the
they
story's
kept on,
like crazy, not believable.
yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't like the typical one where it say, "Oh, we've mispaid you, and if you send us your bank routing number, we can like fix it." No, they kept layering crazy after crazy.
So
Yeah,
you have to give us
oh
you
my
have to
God.
give us $50,000 cash so that we can use your social security number to track the other guy, and we'll give you a check
Yeah.
for 50,000.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Her name's Charlotte Cowles, and I'm sorry if we're laughing at you after you
No,
got
no.
scammed.
Oh no,
from these
you deserve to be
terrible
laughed
robbers.
at.
But yes, there's so many things here that should have alerted you. When the caller says, "Don't tell your husband," the
Right?
police, or a lawyer about the phone call, that's another really big red flag
Yeah.
there.
Hey, we don't want to involve the law in our scam.
Or your husband.
But-
What's up with
Yeah,
that?
we don't want to involve the law, yet we're claiming to be part of the government.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And everybody knows, if you watch any movie, that the CIA cannot operate within the United States. Come on.
Right. And moreover, anyone who's ever gotten an email or has paid any kind of bill will always gets the No government agency will ever ask for you for money through the phone.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. In a shoebox.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
What
maybe in a
legitimate-
shoebox.
Yeah.
Well, this is all highly classified. That's why.
Please put it in a shoebox. This highly advanced method of transferring funds to solve the crime.
I am Prince Najir Nganu. Right? Some Nigerian prince.
I think that's in the picture, right? Pictured with there's her husband, Nigerian prince.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he can't. Oh, I couldn't get a hold of my husband right now anyway.
He's in Nigeria.
Yeah, right.
No, the Nigerian prince was the guy that rode up in the white car at the end. Give me the shoebox. Thank you.
Hey,
Come again.
give me the $50,000 in cash right now.
Yeah.
I'll get you the check in the morning.
Yeah.
That's not a
think
joke. That's
I think
the
the
scam.
scammers were getting scammed by a Nigerian prince, right?
Yeah.
Well, they were pulling this scam off so they can pay off a Nigerian prince.
I get, she must be so honest that she's, projecting that on it. I guess she's just a very honest and terribly gullible person.
Yeah.
But not the kind of person that would ever do something. I would trust her with the money, but I would pick the investments.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
if I guess the best way to take financial advice from this person is to do the complete opposite,
opposite of what- yeah.
what she's telling you to do.
Maybe that's
So now
maybe
you-
that's her method. If you do
Yeah, so now you know. Don't ever give anybody $50,000 in a shoebox.
as if you needed to see it happen.
Yeah. What
Well,
does it sound sketchy? Should I do this?
and if she says yes, go for it, then you know not to do it.
I've done it several times myself.
Perfectly great way to make money. More like lose it.
Well, there's worse ways to spend your time, which brings us to the Florida Man Games in St. Augustine, Florida. This includes, we mentioned this a few months ago when this was getting set up, but it's actually happened now. We have the winners of the Florida Man Games, where events like evading the police, wrestling over beer. You got to know a beer is a big part of this whole thing.
Just a beer.
Yeah, and I'm just talking about the contestants. So yeah, sumo
Many.
style wrestling while holding pitchers of beer, running from actual sheriff's deputies. They got a few people to do that, and grabbing cash in like a simulated hurricane winds, which is like a 50s or 60s game show kind of thing, right?
Yeah,
They
stick
put 'em in
like
the-
those booths.
Yeah,
Little
they put him in
booth?
the
Yeah.
wind booth or something. I like the way that one guy said, "This is just a Tuesday afternoon."
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't actually know he was participating in the games.
I'm from Florida. This is just a Tuesday afternoon.
What we're on right now? This is the thing.
Yeah,
These are
yeah,
games.
You won already. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy's like, the cops aren't really chasing me. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that they had Ice from the girl from American Gladiators.
Of
of
course.
That ice.
Oh,
Ice.
not even one of the original ones. So she was like the third tier American Gladiator. Which,
But they got her. They got her though. They got Ice.
well, who loves,
And make
loves American Gladiators more than Florida? Come on.
Eh, Ice and the man who met Andy Griffith.
Andy Griffin.
Poppies by the
Contestants
tree.
Staying at Poppies by the Tree.
Yeah, I like the guy who says that we should have Florida women games. And-
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Women
And
are just
maybe-
as crazy.
Or maybe put the women against the men. This guy's a real, equal rights kind of guy.
Right.
Well, Florida's enlightened. They believe in women's rights, don't they?
The right to get on meth, the right to rob
Yeah.
shit.
The right to be just as crazy as men.
The right to get chased by the police.
You got all these rights.
Fair is fair.
I like this one person got the tickets as a Christmas gift from their boss, along with the case of vodka.
Yeah.
Right. When your boss in Florida is giving you a case of vodka and tickets to the Florida Man games. That's
Yeah,
I bet
he's,
you-
he's
I
telling
bet-
you what he really thinks about you.
Yeah. And the way they made it sounded like the mother and the daughter both worked there. So I guarantee you this was either a pawn shop
or
or a strip club.
hey.
Hey, hey,
Exotic
hey.
dancers, sir. Youssef El Shaibi said he and his wife made the 180-mile trek to watch stupidity occur on the grandest, most spectacular scale.
I think he nailed it.
Some kind of bum fights, maybe?
Florida Man pinup contest. Yep, judged by some of Florida's most notable women. Melania Trump was among the judges.
I
And
thought
the
she was
mullet-
among the contestants.
I mean, I think you would have had a shot at the mullet contest. The most outrageous mullet on the planet.
It was a 10,000 way tie.
Yeah, there you go. Well, let's all enjoy and raise up our Bud Lights in honor of the winners of the Florida Man game competitions. They've really earned it. They've lived their whole life training to be the tops and the top Florida people. Cheers.
Actually,
If you're a winner, are you actually a winner though? Are you more of a loser?
Right.
yeah.
Don't you like
Actually, the winners are all of us that aren't in Florida.
Yeah, right. Hopefully you don't end up in a Florida Man game competition because that means things have gone really, really wrong. And you won't be able to listen to our show. Please hit subscribe and we'll see you next week on Totally Baseless.
Bye.
Going out for Dung Pao Latte.
That really sucks.